Hi, welcome to Mortgage Mondays for Investors. In this video, I wanted to share my 3 favorite ways to find off-market deals. So let's talk about competitive times. The last 2 years have been super competitive. And also as investors, the prices have gotten so high that we really can't afford to pay too much for property. So that made it even harder as an investor to find good deals. So we were forced to even more so go for off-market deals. So off-market means that it's not on the MLS, it's not on a for sale platform like Zillow, Trulia, HUD Homes, auction.com, any of those websites, because that's basically retail. We want to pay wholesale. So when we want to get a discount or get a good deal, we have to go to off-market deals. So where do we find them? My favorite places are, first of all, wholesalers. Wholesalers are people who find real estate deals but don't have the money or have too much going on, so they don't buy them themselves. They actually make the contract with a seller and then sell that contract to someone like us, the investors. So that person, the wholesaler, is either in touch with the neighborhood or is good at cold calling people who are not even for sale. The property's not even in the market. Usually the seller doesn't even know that they want to sell. It's usually because we're, solving a problem for them. And actually, if I could sum up off-market deals, we're always solving some kind of problem. So with wholesalers, they're finding those people that have a problem. Either they have a huge lien of some sort or on the property, or some kind of non-compliance citation with the city. There's something that makes it to where that person doesn't know it yet, but would be willing to sell the property for us to solve their problem. So I love wholesalers. You want to make sure that you have strong wholesalers who know what they're doing. So try and line yourself up with wholesalers. They will assign you a contract that's already negotiated. You just have to do your due diligence, see if you want to close. My next favorite is buying non-performing notes. So you might say, oh, that's not real estate, that's a security. But the thing is, when someone is non-performing, they're not paying their debt, which means they're headed down the path of foreclosure. Whether they get there or not, it remains to be seen, but they're in trouble. If they're non-performing, they're not making their mortgage payments. So that's a great way to find off-market deals, because you cannot find a website where it says someone is late on their payments. It's only once someone is so delinquent that the lender files paperwork called notice of default, something to the public record saying that this person is late, that you would find out that this person is late and could be in foreclosure. So we call these pre-foreclosures because they're not on the radar yet. The seller often is not a seller and thinks they can catch up, or maybe they can't, but we are the solution. So I like non-performing notes because it's an off-market deal that the seller hasn't come to terms yet. And we call them pre-foreclosures just because they're delinquent, but they're not in foreclosure. And like I said, it's off-market, it's not on the radar. My third favorite way of finding our off-market deals, I call them the nosy neighbors. It's people who are so in tune with everything going on in the neighborhood. They know who's been gone for a while, who's in trouble, who's getting divorced, who's all the life changes that bring us deals. Those nosy neighbors know about it. So if you don't know the nosy neighbor, the wholesaler might. And one of the ways to know the nosy neighbor is go there yourself. So driving around, looking for tall grass, mail piled up, anything like that shows that there's a problem, either it's a vacant house or there's a problem with maintaining the home or the car in the driveway. This tells you that there's an issue, and that might be the way to find your off-market deal through the nosy neighbors. You stop by and say, hey, what's going on with that house? The nosy neighbor will usually know. So I hope this is helpful. Thanks for checking in to Mortgage Minute. And if you want to hear more about these different tips that I have, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Thanks.